What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Timeless Adventures, and also welcome to my new office. So this is where Joker and I are going to be doing a lot of our plannings and strategy. Whenever if I need to talk to him about something or we need to discuss business, it will be done in here. So take a look. I'm not super great at interior design, but as you can see here, let me turn down that volume real quick for you. Okay, so if we take a look here, we've got ourselves mine carts. I've got rid of the rails, and then I keep them in place with some trapdoors, and I think it kind of looks cool. It makes it look a little bit more like a chair. And then we have ourselves a storage. It's more like a cooler. So we have drinks and we have food, and then this is in case I need to fix the rails. That's just kind of there as a tool. I got ourselves some nice little plants. This is, you got to pretend that this is that's my TV. That's my computer. And then I have another little plant right here. I have a gold guard right here. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. I don't know if you saw when I was opening these up before, but these were actually on the other side, so it looked funny. But now it looks like this, and I think it's just amazing. I can do shots like this. Just looking out the window, I can catch some fresh air. I have a long day at the office. I just step out and I just take a look upon the land, and I have such an amazing view. And of course, what would be an office without having a chair for your guests? So whenever I invite Joker into my office, then he will have a nice little spot that he can sit down just like this, nice and cozy. Let me give you more of a tour since then, because as you know, I showed you the completion of the base, but I've did a little bit more decorating. As you see, we have the office. I got rid of all the torches. I finally decided to upgrade my lighting, and it couldn't look better. It's very simple, but it works, and it keeps the mobs out. So we have this all the way through every level, and I also changed all the windows here too. So it looks so good. We could just have them open with a nice cool breeze coming in when the wind picks up. And we did the same thing up here, got rid of the lighting, and I'm liking it. I'm liking the way it looks so far. And then I just left this. It's the attic space. No one cares what your attic looks like. No one goes to anyone's house and goes, man, why does your attic look so trash? Like it's assumed that the attic space is gonna look bad. But let's take a look on the outside. So we have, let me turn this on so you can see better. So Joker was very kind, and he was out adventuring, and there was a thunderstorm, and well, for those who don't know, when a horse gets zapped, it'll skeletize, turn into a skeleton. If it gets zapped again, it will spawn 4 of them, all skeletons with skeletons on them. It's a terrifying. My first time seeing this, I freaked out. But bonus points and a special shout out to the first person who knows where this is from. I will personally give you a shout out in my next episode of Timeless Adventures. If you can tell me where exactly this name comes from. But for those that know, it is very fitting because it is undead, and the name of the character that this is referencing is also undead. But then also, so I didn't put this together. This was Joker's. I'm going to be putting together something a little bit more industrial, but this works for now. This is a 0-tick bamboo farm. No, this is a 0-tick kelp farm. Right. You can't make bone meal with bamboo, although I honestly think you should. Let's get an update for that. But anyway, this is basically our bone meal farm. It's very small scale, but it works. This has been running this is about maybe an hour total. I think maybe an hour and a half, hour to 2 hours of total production. And it produced a decent amount of bone meal. Just AFK at the farm and let the bone meal farm go wild. But enough of that chit chat. We need to talk about our agenda for today. Let me open this door. Okay. Let's talk about the agenda for today. Just step into my office, everybody. Come on, team. Just have a seat in my office real quick. So let's talk business. We have a lot of stuff that we have to go through. We did a lot of mining. And when I say we did a lot of mining, I mean it. We don't have a lot of cobblestone. It's down in my strip mine. Joker and I have spent the past 3 days mining. So we got a decent amount of diamonds from this. And then I've got about a total of, let's say, about 12 stacks of iron. We need lots and lots of iron for what we're about to do. We also managed to get a bunch of fuel, and because of the AFK fish farm, I managed to harvest it all with Silk Touch, and I have Fortune 3. So this is going to be basically a full double chest of coal and some redstone as well. But what is that all for? What is that all for? I'm glad you asked. If for anyone who hasn't seen the last episode, episode 3, another adventure, take a look right up there at the top of the screen, and you will be able to catch up on what happened. But essentially, let's recap. We got demolished repeatedly. We died several times. We spent a lot of resource on that expedition. So much, in fact, that we were completely drained almost of most of our precious resource, which is why we spent 3 days mining for iron. And with that resource, we're going to be using everything we have collected to create my custom 80 villager trading hall that also works as a iron golem farm as its secondary function. So we're going to be able to produce all of the enchanted books that we need, all of the golden carrots, apples, everything that we could possibly need to become god level, all from that one farm. It's going to take a lot of time, and I do not know, honestly, if I will be able to fit all of that into this episode, but we're going to get as much done as possible. So before we talk about all the steps required, let's invite Joker to have a seat in my office. Joker, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, just smelting some iron.
Cool. You wanna come take a step in my office real quick, sir? Just come
The
have
coffee stand?
I don't know about a coffee stand, but there's something else. Just come in here and just take a seat.
The way that you had your windows, it looks like a little coffee window. I don't know if you saw the message that I sent.
I did. I wasn't quite sure what that meant. No. The way I have this, because I did it really sloppy. So the second level of windows I placed on the bottom row, which made it stack weird. So then when they both opened, it didn't have this wide opening. So now I placed the middle row on the top row. And so now it hinges from there, which makes it so much better for fresh air. Oh, you're over here. Okay, let me get ready.
I'm not gonna walk into something weird, am I?
No. I just come have a seat in my office real quick, sir. Take a seat, young Joker. Go ahead, take a seat. How's it feel? You hungry? You want some food? You thirsty?
Feels like I'm in the principal's office.
Well, I mean, you know, here you go. You thirsty? Here, take a sip. I got some food for you. You want to get comfortable? This is my work office. No, hey, no. There'll be none of that. None of that. Just water, and then at some point we'll have some nice nifty potions. But yeah. So this is my office. What do you think? I got my computer here, and then I've got those nice seats. I've got our greatest nemesis to your left. Yes. That's going to be a big project. So I haven't told our viewers what we plan on doing. Actually, no, I did. I lied. I did tell them what we plan on doing today. But what I didn't tell them is that the steps that we have in mind for this process. We have to go find our village. We have to get our village breeder. You okay? Is your chair okay? Is it moving?
Chair is fine.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, custom built. That's you can't get that anywhere else. That's an original piece.
I could make it,
but no, there's a secret to it. But yeah, enjoy your food. So yeah, we have to go find ourselves a village. We have to create a village breeder, which, if anyone wants to know, I have a village breeder video right over there. We have to breed 80 villagers. I'd say maybe more just for safety purposes, because we have to factor in nitwits. So there's going to be, probably out of 80 villagers, at least 10 to 15 of them are going to be nitwits. So we are going to have to breed lot. Huh? Yeah. So we got to breed a lot. We got to breed a lot of villagers, 80 of them total, and then we can load them up into our farm. I still have to build it over there, but step one is we need to get our villagers set up. So we have to take an adventure over to a village.
Go into the city.
Pretty much. I mean, there's a village off to the southwest, I think. I'd have to pull up the map again, but there's a village off to the southwest. And we're going to have to secure them as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And
There's that one to the southwest, and then I think there's a zombie one to the southeast.
yeah, that's once we have like our butter mangoes, then we can take care of them that way. But
Buddy.
yeah, pretty much. We we have a lot of work. Okay, so we need to make sure that we have resources for our villager breeder, and it just so happens that I just came across a video that covers a very simple villager breeder right over there, and the link is right up at the top right there. And they got the materials listing here. We need ourselves a bunch of glass, solid blocks, obsidian, some beds, water buckets, fence post, button, dropper, flint, steel, and we also need some bread. So we got a little bit of resource gathering to do, and then we're going to head on over to that village and take care of it. So I actually don't have enough
tutorial you were just talking about, was it made by that Timeless Traveler guy?
Yes, it was.
He made this showcase video, and yeah, he showed the wrong fortresses and stuff. Yeah, I dislike that guy's video.
Other than that, his videos have been very solid. Got wholesome content.
All right, follow me.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Very convenient. So we need to get to 152. We're almost there on the Z-axis.
But we'll probably have to double back north a little bit.
We are there on the Z-axis. We went a little too far.
I'm just trying to get there on the X-axis first.
Oh, hey.
Couldn't stand your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
No. Parkour champion. Here we go. All right. Now we have to go on the negative axis. We are heading west.
I've been all over this area. And trust me, the way I'm going's a lot easier. Not having to climb all those stupid hills. What's the negative X again?
Let's see here. Oh, can I make it?
I'm already here.
No. This was not how it was supposed to go.
The jump.
If I don't make the jump, I delete my account. Here we go. Got it. Okay. And close that door. Where are the villagers? How many? Do we have at least 2? I need 2. Oh, wow.
Well, I've got 1 blocked off in here.
Look at this. It's a party. So we're going to trap this guy inside a blacksmith. Ooh, apples and bread. Oh, perfect. So this guy should theoretically go inside. There we go. And then we'll break this door. And we have 2 of them, so it's okay. We can, however, if there's more than every 2 villagers, I can create another breeder. We'll put the farm right here. This is a good space.
I thought we were gonna put them over at our place.
Well, no, we put the breeder here, and then we use nether portals and mine rails to send them all the way. I'm not bringing these guys like 400 some blocks to our. No, it's too much work. Now, the hard part is, of course, as it always is with any set of anything involving villagers, we now have to get them into these pods. And what better way to do that than using minecarts and rails? And after a break, because this is literally like a 3-day project when it comes to putting it all together. But we slept and passed the day. It's a new day now, and I've actually gotten to work on the frame of the villager farm. For those who would like to see a full tutorial, go ahead and check out the link right over there. And you will be able to see how this is put together. Mind you, that was my very first video. And quality is a little it's different. It's not as good as it is now. It hasn't it was a work in progress. But it was my very first video, so it was good because of that. But you'll still learn how to build this. There are some modifications. I would recommend watching the tutorial first before putting it together. So yeah, there is that. And let's go take a look. So we left off on breeding the villagers and trying to get to 80, and when Joker checked, we were at 60. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go see. We should have enough. All right, now here we are in the Netherlands. Now, mind you, there are a lot. You're going to start seeing frames drop, so just bear with me. I actually had to keep them contained because we want to make sure that they are fully grown, and then we're going to filter out the nitwits. We got about 10 right there, maybe 12. All right, about 20 and 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It looks like we might have about 100. So we definitely have enough villagers, assuming that once we filter out the nitwits, that we will have our 80. So now that we have our villagers, we have to let them grow into fully grown adults so we can assign them jobs. We also have to create their job sites, which means I have to create 80 workstations, and you'll see the quantity of each workstation when we get to that point. But yeah, this is our villagers. And so now let's get back into the frame of the farm itself. And so I mentioned modifications compared to what it shows in my tutorial video. The modifications, we don't need to worry about the slabs here because this was to help with zombie conversion, and that was only good because we had such an amazing discount before 1.16.100. So instead of putting slabs here, go ahead and just put the wall down. This too high wall, put your slabs on top of that. Or whatnot, and you'll see in the video near the end of the tutorial is we get to this part. But for now, if you ever want to build this, you just do this as the first step instead of putting slabs down and waiting until you convert all your zombies. Programming the librarians is going to be the worst part. That's one thing that makes me hate starting over, because I know that after a couple weeks of grinding for resources, I'm gonna have to spend 3 solid days programming librarians. And now, since I'm not getting the discounts, I have to spend even more time potentially to make sure that it's the lowest price that I can reasonably get, instead of just accepting, oh, okay, it's 60 some, whatever, I'll be paying only 1 emerald once I cure it. That's not a thing, so I actually have to pay attention to the price. But we will have god level enchantments at our disposal on demand whenever we want.
The machine is broken again. Also, why did...
Dang, Flabbit. We're almost done putting everything together. We just still have to program all the villagers, but we're almost there. We'll be there. I'm so glad they fixed the mending, because now every time I touch an XP orb, my tool flashes. Instead of it being like every 10 XP orbs it flashes, it's every orb. It does a little wiggle. Okay, I've got 5 lecterns. I just need 25 more. But I've got enough to get the trades going. All right, team. So we have ourselves the portal, and now we pretty much have to sync it up with the other side and then build a little tunnel from where they are currently maturing. Even though we're not there, we got to go over there and let them mature. And then we're going to just use our minecart system with some glass so they can just go through that because it's transparent. And we're going to get them in bit by bit. We have 80 slots to fill. All right. We can do this, team. Let's go. All right, so before we go back into the nether, we've just got this little containment area. They're going to spawn out. It's very genius. They're going to spawn out all around here. Once they're fully grown, they can't climb up the scaffolding. So far, we have not confirmed this. We're just going to try it out. But they're going to be all up in here, and then I just send the minecart in. It's going to pick one up, go through the glass, and it's going to put them securely into these chambers. Let's go test it out. All right, I'm just making a pathway for the villagers, and we have ourselves, look at this. We got ourselves piglins tampering with the livestock. I'm going to have to do a little bit of pest control. That's what it's called. And take a look what we got here. Yeah, so, we should probably, this is the way to the what's it called? I'm just going to mark that there. That's to the fortress, but pretty much now we just have to wait for these guys to mature, and I'm just continuing this pathway along. I didn't even test this. I just assumed that it would sync up, and it did. Oh my god, perfect. Let's see if he can use a scaffolding. Come here, get off the trapdoor. Get off the trap. I'm gonna beat you. You're not actually a villager yet, so I can hit you, and no one's gonna attack me for it.
Just coming through just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
So these trapdoors, therefore, basically getting...
Because they'll recognize it as a solid block, and they'll pathfind over it. And then they drop down here, and we want every single space covered with track. That way we maximize our chances of picking them up with a minecart, because we're going to be pushing the minecart from the other side over here. And we have our very first villager in, everyone. All right, team. So to help kind of get the sugarcane production going a little quicker, we need more paper to, trade with our librarians to get more bookshelves, more for our lecterns, for more librarians. So I put together this little thing. I have a tutorial right over there. If you want to check this out, this is the compact sugarcane farm. It runs off of a comparator clock going into the dispenser full of bone meal. And you just pretty much stand on this pressure plate and just mine it like this. It looks a little slow and janky because we are on realms, so the frames are getting a little weird because I also have a 0-tick kelp farm going right now, so I might need to actually turn that off. But we're gonna get ourselves enough sugarcane to trade with all of get enough bookshelves for the rest of the lecterns. All right, team. So here's what we've got done so far. A lot has happened in between. I just want to skip a lot of the boring bits, but we have the storage set up here. We have the iron, we have the string, and then this is going to have our bone meal. Once we have some, I'll put some in the item frame. We have ourselves that nice impulse SV item sorter set up right there. We got the kill chamber. Everything's ready. We are just going through the process now of loading up our villagers, and Joker has spent plenty of time in the nether, and they are all full grown. And actually, while I've been over here, a lot of them have been coming through the portal, so we have a bunch here, which kind of complicates things, but it's okay. I expected to put like 4 or 5 days into this project anyway, so it's like it's pennies. So I'll show you what happens once we have this more filled out. Yeah, so I had a little bit of an accident here. I was nerd pulling, a little over 2 stacks of coal with my unlucky pickaxe, is what I called it. It had Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Curse of Vanishing. So what happened was I made it to the top. I started mining my way down, and then somehow I got glitched off to the side, and I just plummeted. And, well, it had Curse of Vanishing, so I lost it. Yeah. I had water buckets, just didn't think of, putting them in my hot bar and doing that little place water trick. But anyway, everyone, so from that last clip you saw with the village trading hall iron golem farm, that was done. I did that at like 5 p.m. Just yesterday. And it took me until it was about 1 a.m. before I could finish getting all the villagers in. And start assigning some of them their trades. Here's what happened. So let's first off, there was a lot that happened. So we got it all finished. It's now producing iron. Finally got, we've been AFKing for a little bit here, and then I've just been kind of like, adding in the details. Let's take a look up here. For anyone that hasn't seen my tutorial on how to put this together, this is relatively what it's going to look like. I changed some things around. But we have 80 villagers. I'm not kidding you. We have a full 80. Each side has 20. There's 4 sides to a box, of course, so that means 80. So we have 30 librarians. 5 of them are strictly for bookshelves. The rest of them are going to be for enchanted books. That's 25 enchantments that we can have, and I'm pretty much going to spend the next day after this episode to customize what trades each one's going to give me. So that's going to be, this project is still far from done, but we have our clerics for all the rotten flesh that we get from the gold farms, and we can also get our ender pearls, our lapis, and our redstone. We got the farmers here so they can give us the apples, and then with the gold farm we can make golden apples or butter mangoes because of the the changes that we have. We also get our golden carrots, which is going to be really, really nice. We got our stonemasons because they give you really good stone variants. They give you all the polished versions of diorite, andesite, and granite. So that will be really cool. And then at their final trade, they give you, if not the base terracotta, they give you glazed terracotta, which is going to be really, really cool. We have our toolsmiths. So they will, at their master level, we will get diamond enchanted tools from them. So your axe, your shovel, and stuff like that. And then we have our weaponsmiths, which will give us diamond weapons, so the axe and the sword, with the enchantments, of course. And then if we don't like those enchantments, we could just go to the grindstone and disenchant those items for XP and mend our tools, because I used up some of those AFK fish farm books, and I finally have some nice tools that are worth repairing. And then we have our armorers. Last but not least, we have the armorers, which will give us diamond armor with those enchantments. And of course, if we don't like those enchantments, we will just disenchant them right there. And it is working beautifully. Look at this. So because we have so many villagers in this farm, it increases the chances of having more than one golem at one time. So there we have 3 golems in here. And this is pretty normal, actually. Right before I started recording, there were so many golems right outside that they couldn't actually go into the kill chamber. There was about 4 of them just kind of like, pushing each other around, trying to fight over who gets to die first. But they eventually work their way in, and sometimes they try to fight back and they try to float up to the top, but then they eventually always just sink down. All right, much better. But yeah, so now we have ourselves, we're near our bases. We're going to be producing a decent amount of iron. It's not a lot, but for those that have been playing Bedrock for a while, when you say that you're going to get about 400 per hour, you will gladly take that. There used to be a time where on console, like Legacy Edition and also on Bedrock, where we used to get no more than 40 pieces per hour. Not 400, not 4,000, no, 40 pieces per hour. And with all those librarians, I'm going to have to do some work to produce sugarcane so I can create paper and trade them so I can grind out emeralds in between episodes. I'm thinking this area we're going to zone for the industrial zero-tick sugarcane farm. It is my modified version of a zero-tick farm. For those who don't know, zero-ticking is Navy Nexus's forte, as he's pretty much like he figured out how zero-ticking works. I just kind of stacked the farms to produce more sugarcane, and added in some storage silos. So keep that in mind. I'm going to probably build that in between episodes. But if you want to see how to build that, go take a look at my modified version over there. And of course, don't forget to take a look at Navy Nexus's Zero Tick Farms, because he's very, very good at figuring out how to make, very efficient farms. But here I am now in the office because I have a lot of planning to do. You see, I got my computer right over to my left, right over here, right behind me. And now I pretty much have to figure out, all the different trades that I want from my librarians, and also the trades for my farmers, and make sure I get the best food. So it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a very long process, and we'll be doing that in between episodes, as well as the sugarcane farm. But so that is going to be all the time that we have for today, everyone. Thank you all again so much. This was Timeless Adventures episode 4. We got a lot done today. I thank you all for sticking around. I imagine this episode is going to be pretty in-depth and a bit of a long process, but hopefully everyone has enjoyed it, and we are going to be doing a bunch of cool things, of course, in the next episodes to come. So thank you all again for coming. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed seeing this, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future videos. So until next time, you all take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode.